beautiful and powerful Chicago, the city poets have sung about. Carl Sandburg called it hog butcher for the world, tool maker, stacker of wheat, player with railroads and the nation's freight handler, stormy, husky, brawling, city of the big shoulders. Her tall skyscrapers make her a jewel among the cities of the earth. Her long, straight boulevards throb with life and vitality. Her gorgeous monuments and splashing fountains make her the envy of the world. But, like all great cities, Chicago has its secrets which are seldom written or sung. Behind her bold lines of beauty lies a hidden world. Here is Chicago's Black Belt, a prison without bars. Here behind an invisible color line live almost 500,000 black people. These people have been told that they must live here and the kind of work that they do is marked out for them. See those houses? A generation ago, whites used to inhabit them, but now they're crowded with black people. That house, you see, is the home of the Thomas family. Here is Hannah, the mother of Bigger Thomas. Let us follow her into her one-room kitchenette where she lives with her 3 children. Here is Vera, Bigger's sister. And that boy is Buddy, Bigger's brother. He is hunting for one of the rats that infest this tenement. And here is Bigger himself, reading and dreaming about machines and planes. He wanted to be an explorer, a flyer, all the things a young man wants to do. But he's black. And when you're black, it's better to keep your dreams locked in your heart. He has already been forced into the path of violent rebellion against his lot in life. Here is the portrait of Bigger's father, who was lynched in the South 12 years ago. The family fled to Chicago, and since then, Hannah has struggled against great odds to raise her children. Oh, there's the rat that Buddy was looking for.
Ma! 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 What's the matter?
It's that rat again.
Oh, Lord. I'm scared. I'm scared. Don't let him bite you, Buddy. I'm scared.
I'll get him this time.
There he goes. There he goes.
Buddy, shut the door. Don't let him out. I got him!
That's enough, Bigger.
You're dead, dead, dead!
We got you this time, old man Dalton. Look at that rascal. He could cut your throat if he bit you while you were sleeping.
He's over a foot long.
Please take him out.
Oh, don't be scary. He's dead now. Look at him!
Stop it, Bigger. Bigger, you're the biggest fool I ever saw.
What'd I do now?
You done scared your sister almost to death. Boy, sometimes I'm sorry I ever birthed you.
I didn't ask you to birth me. Maybe you ought to left me where I was.
You shut your sassy mouth and throw that rat out of here.
All right, buddy, you the undertaker.
Okay, boss.
Go away.
One first-class funeral coming up. Hiya, Panama.
Is Bigger in?
Yeah, he just killed this rat.
Man, I'm hungry, so don't tempt me with that rat.
That's exactly what I need.
You better go and buy a gun, man. You can't make him.
If other folks can make them, I can. Come on.
Bigger's coming, Miss Emmett. Please sit down and rest yourself. Can I fix you a cup of coffee?
No, thank you, Mrs. Thomas. Coffee bothers my heart, you know.
Miss Emma, we just killed a rat. Big like that. See that blood? That's where Bigger killed him. We call him Old Man Dalton.
But why did you call him Old Man Dalton, Buddy?
'Cause he is a rat.
And I always says to him, Bigger, leastwise you could say Mr. Dalton.
Charging us $15 a week for this lousy kitchenette.
Now, Bigger, as head of the house...
There ain't but one room here and there ain't no head to it.
Yes, I know, but as soon as you start working, your feelings will change.
Hear that, Bigger?
What kind of job I'm gonna get?
There's an opening in the Dalton family itself, the job of chauffeur. According to our records, you're a good driver.
He sure is, Miss Emmett.
But we must supply Mr. Dalton with all the facts. Here, under previous history, you failed to mention the theft of 3 automobile tires from a colored garage. Is that about right, Bigger?
Yes, that's about right.
Any other trouble since?
No.
I'm going to recommend you to Mr. Dalton this morning, Bigger.
Thank the Lord, my prayers have been answered. Now Bigger's got a job and he's making a new start in life.
I'm so happy for you, Bigger.
Now, goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss Emmett, and God bless you.
You'll hear from me as soon as I speak to Mr. Dalton. Keep your head up.
I'm Bigger, and I'm driving Mr. Dalton's big car. Look out, everybody! All 12 cylinders coming around the curve.
Hey, what do you mean running through that red light? You want me to give you a ticket, huh?
Look, Ma, Bigger's laughing.
Oh, I ain't laughing none. That job ain't for me.
Going to see your girlfriend, huh? Look, Bigger, you got a good job now. You can find a better girl than just a waitress in a nightclub. Somebody nice you can marry.
Told you not to talk to me no more about Bessie, didn't I? Say, where you been all this time? I've been waiting here for you for over an hour.
Oh, Bigger, don't be angry with me, honey. You can congratulate me.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna sing Bigger at last. Ernie's giving me a break.
Oh, Ernie.
I'm gonna sing tomorrow night for the first time. Your Bessie ain't a waitress no more, honey. Ernie says I got a lot of talent.
Yeah, and you got a lot of other things he likes, too.
Oh, Bigger, don't be jealous. You know I love you. Bigger, I'm so excited. Gee, I sing for people for the first time in my life. Look, we can do things now. We'll have money.
Okay, but pretty soon we won't take any help from anybody, yeah?
Bigger, what's the matter? Are you angry? We ought to be happy. Come on, honey. Let's have some fun. Let's see a movie.
Can't today, I gotta go. See you later, huh?
Bigger, where you going?
See you later at Ernie.
That's big enough. Did Bessie tell you about the break I'm giving her?
Yeah, I know.
She's got class, that girl. I'm going to put her on top of the world.
You help a lot of girls, don't you, Ernie? But don't go getting any funny ideas about Bessie, see?
Zachary is giving the babe nothing he can get hold of. All right, he's ready to pitch again.
Now listen, guys. Gus, you stick with me. Al, you keep a lookout on the L platform.
What time?
Midnight.
What's cooking, Bigger?
Keep away from me, you fruit. We can't talk here. Let's go into the back. Panama, you be at the front door. Me and Gage will hit the joint quick.
Bigger, that gun you made, will it shoot?
I know. It'll take care of Bloom, all right.
Maybe there's an alarm system.
So what? When the cops come, we'll be 10 blocks away.
Suppose the cops pinch one of us.
Don't squeal, we'll take care of you.
What are you punks up to? You're plotting something. Get out or I'll throw you out.
You and who else?
I don't like your sass.
Go easy, Ernie.
I'll call the cops.
What an ovation for our great guy.
Oh, no, you won't.
Why can't it?
Now, Bigger, we got a job to do.
You're going to pay for that phone.
It's after 12:30. Where in heck is Gus?
Hanging around some meat, maybe.
He ain't coming. He's scared to rob a white man. If he makes us miss this job, I'll fix him, so help me.
We still got time, Bigger. Don't be so nervous. Here comes Jack now.
Where's Gus?
He won't come. He said that gun you made won't shoot. He said we'll be caught.
He's lying. He's scared to rob a white man.
We can do without him. Bloom is still open.
Oh, it's too late now. Animal, tell the boys the job's off.
You say Gus is scared, but it's you who's scared. You scared guys would show up and you have to do the job. You...
Take it back, you dirty nigger. Say I'm a line-sticking yellow coward.
Come on, Bigger. Get it out.
Say it, say it!
Bigger, we still got time to do the job.
Take it back, say I'm a line-sticking yellow coward.
I'm a line-sticking yellow coward. Get Bigger's crazy. I'm true.
Cop, scatter. You ain't mad with me, is you, Bigger?
Oh, leave me alone.
I know how you feel. Me, I'm kind of glad we didn't do it.
It was too late to make it.
Don't job me, Bigger. You beat up old Jack so we couldn't pull that job.
You're lying.
Bigger, you ain't made for that kind of work. You were scared, and I'm sure glad you were scared, cause I was scared too.
You better smile when you say things like that to me.
Say, I bought an all-night movies. I got 4 beds.
But where you get 4 bits from?
I don't do big jobs. I just steal little things the white folks won't miss. And if they misses him, they don't get too mad, see?
Down in front.
Hey, man, get out of the way. Get on, you.
Maggie, how many times do you want me to remind you that Mr. John will not eat his food off the ground? He wants it served on the table. Yes, ma'am, I forgot. Now be nice and sweet to Mr. John Percival. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Listen, you. I'm talking to you as man to man. Scram! If you don't go, I'll send you to the hot dog factory.
If I was working in that place, me and the dog would have fight over that meat.
If old man Dalton would feed me half as well as they're feeding that dog, I'll take that job.
What do you want?
They sent me to work here.
Okay, but you don't live here. You go on by the back door.
Mr. Dalton, the Thomas boy is here.
Show him in. Helen, dear, this is the boy the relief sent.
You've been highly recommended for the job. I hope you'll like it.
Yes, sir.
They say that you handle a car very well.
Yes, sir.
I think it would be wise to inject him into his new environment at once, so that he'll feel confident.
Very good, my dear. Do you wish to ask him anything?
No, you interview him. I think I'll go to my room.
Shall I ring for Peggy?
No, no. I'll be all right.
That was Mrs. Dalton. She's blind. She has a deep interest in colored people. Did you bring the paper? Sit down, Bigger. Now, how about this stealing trouble? You wouldn't steal now, would you?
Oh, no, sir.
Well, I'm going to give you a chance, Bigger. The pay calls for $20 a week, which goes to your family. But I'm going to give you 5 extra for yourself. You'll have your clothes and your meals. And you'll have your own room up in the tower. How does that sound?
Sounds fine, okay.
And if you're worried about anything, then come and see me and we'll talk it over.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Peggy.
Yes, Mr. Dalton?
Bigger's going to drive for us. Show him his duties.
Yes, Mr. Dalton.
Bigger.
Yes, sir.
At 8:30, you'll drive my daughter out to the university and wait for her.
Yes, sir.
That's all for now.
Come along, Bigger.
Gee, that's some baby.
You like cars, don't you?
Yes, and the only thing I like better than one car is 2 cars, ma'am.
Be careful. Mr. Dalton doesn't like speeding and such.
Ma'am, you reckon I can try it out a little bit just to get used to it?
Yes, but be sure and check the gas and oil. Always wear your uniform when you drive.
Yes, sir.
Be here at 8 to drive Miss Dalton. You're free till then.
Yes, sir. Bessie!
Is that your boss's car? Gee, it's a peach.
Now, my boss wants me to try it out. I'm off tonight. Let's take a spin along the lakefront. Riverview.
Hot dog, I'll get my bathing suit. How am I doing?
You're acting just like them white folks.
As good as that white girl you're gonna drive around tonight?
Baby, I wouldn't swap you for all the blondes in Chicago.
You liar. Say, is she pretty?
I didn't see her. Why you ask? You jealous?
No. Ain't I got everything she's got?
Don't worry, baby. You sure got what it takes, all right. Stop now, we just got started. We got to see everything. What about that roller coaster over there?
Okay. But you gotta hold me if I get scared.
Always like to hold you, baby. Sometimes you're rough, sometimes you're down. It's just like life.
And you never know when you're gonna be up or down.
What you say? What you say? I can't hear you.
I'm happy. Gee, the water's wonderful. Come in with me, Bigger.
I can't. I gotta keep my eye on the boss's car.
Oh, forget about your white boss for a while. If he don't like it, let him lump it. Aren't you gonna wish me luck with my singing tonight, honey?
I sure wished I could be in earnest to hear you sing tonight. But I gotta be driving that white gal around. Look at that bird. That's what ought to be riding up there in the sky. But they don't want me to.
What are you talking about?
I don't want to be a chauffeur. I want to fly planes. Look at that guy sailing away into the sun, free as air.
Aw, honey, don't be so bitter. You can't change the whole world. Isn't it enough that we're together and that we love each other? Take that frown off your face and kiss me.
Good evening, ma'am.
Our new chauffeur, huh? What's your name?
Bigger Thomas, ma'am.
That's a funny name. Where'd you get it?
They just give it to me.
Got a match? It's okay, Bigger. Belong to a union?
Oh, no, I don't fool with them kind of folks.
You better join one quick or Father will exploit your shirt off. You're not a tattletale, are you?
No.
Well, I'm not going to the university library. I'll tell you where to stop. And if anybody asks you, I went to school, see?
Yes, sir.
I think I can trust you. After all, I'm on your side. And so is this friend of mine I want you to meet tonight.
But, ma'am, I don't want to meet anybody.
Oh, don't be silly. You'll like Jan. He has all the answers to your problems. He's not like Mother and Dad doing missionary work. He fights for the colored people. Wait for me in this parking lot. I want to pick up Jan. I'll be back in a minute. Bigger, I want you to meet Jan Erlon.
How are you, Bigger?
Fine, sir.
Come on, shake. Don't be scared. And don't call me sir. My name's Jan. Get in there, Bigger. I'm driving.
It's all right.
Say, Bigger, have you ever heard of a place called Ernie's out in the South Side?
No, sir.
Oh, they tell me they have bang-up floor shows over there. Good music, dancing, good drinks. Let's ask someone where it is.
Oh, yes, sir, I know the place. It's at 63rd and South Park.
Good.
I guess we seem pretty strange to you, don't we, Bigger?
Yes, sir. No.
Oh, you'll get used to us.
We don't care about color, Bigger. To us, a man's a man.
When I think of the way my people treat your people, I get so mad. I guess you feel the same way sometimes, don't you, Bigger?
No. I don't know.
Listen, Bigger, I know how it feels to walk the streets dressed like everybody else, feeling like everybody else, looking like they do, yet excluded for no other reason than that you're black. One day we're gonna smash this Jim Crow system, and when we smash it, it'll stay smashed.
Good evening, ma'am. You're just in time. The fight will be over in a minute and the floor show starts.
Aren't you coming in, Bigger?
Gotta park the car, ma'am.
Of course he's coming.
He doesn't go in, I won't.
He's perfectly welcome, ma'am.
But, ma'am, the car.
Oh, ma'am. Nobody's gonna hurt Mammy's car.
Come right in, Mr. Bigger.
Good evening, General. That ain't no general, that's a field marshal.
They all know you here, Bigger. Friends of yours?
Some of them.
Said you didn't even know the place.
Table for 2 or free, sir.
For 3.
Very good, sir.
What atmosphere. It's electric. I love it.
To our friendship, and to that world we're going to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ernie's Palace now offers for your entertainment the second part of this evening's program.
Looks like Bigger has picked up a rich white chick.
Yeah, Lola just told me.
What keeps you fooling with a punk like Bigger?
I
just happen to love him, Ernie.
Forget him and that white girl and put your heart in your song.
And now we present a brand new singer. Ernie's latest discovery, Bessie Mears. I think you will agree with me that Ernie can pick the most charming and sweetest of flowers. Come on, Bessie. Don't be timid. Here's your chance. I give you Bessie Mears. Now give it a hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to sing a little song for you. It's a new one I hope you're going to like. It's called The Dreaming Kind. Love me 'cause I'm lonely. Love me 'cause I'm wild. Love me 'cause I'm only a dreaming kind of child. Make me yours forever, ever and a day.
Isn't she amazing? All colored people are so gifted. Don't you think so, Bigger? Bigger, aren't you enjoying yourself?
Follow you forever, no matter what you do. I'll shatter all
Big, I know what you're thinking. You feel that whites only let colored people sing blues. But one day you will be able to express yourself any way you want.
Love me 'cause I'm aching. Put me here on trial. Please don't be forsaken.
Why, she knows you, Bigger.
Yeah, she's my girl.
Is that why you didn't want to come here with us?
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present our new attraction, the undisputed king of bebop, Professor Kicking.
Bigger sure played you a dirty trick, honey. To show up with his boss's daughter. And the very night you sang your song.
Lola, I almost dropped dead right there in the middle of my act when I saw him sitting there holding hands with that white girl.
Bessie, you really put it over. Look, Miss Dalton wants to see you. She wants you to come to her table.
Oh, leave me alone. Go on back to her if you enjoy being with us so much.
Oh, you're jealous. It's my job. She asked me to show her earnings and she wants to meet you.
But I don't want to meet her.
Oh, there's Bigger now. What are you doing here, Bigger? Where is she?
She's dressing, ma'am.
I couldn't wait any longer. I just had to tell you how much I like your singing. Here, let me give this to you.
Thank you.
Show me the way to go home.
I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Hey, give me some. Don't be so stingy.
You're getting high. Take it easy, honey. Bigger, have a swig.
Say, Bigger, can you sing?
No.
Oh, come on. Swing low, sweet chariot coming for you. What's the matter?
That ain't the tune, ma'am.
Well, then you sing it. All colored people are supposed to sing, aren't they?
Reckon they forgot to teach me, ma'am.
That's
a good one. Here, Bigger, have a little swig. It does you good.
Hey, give me some of that.
Hey, you're hitting the bottle pretty heavy, honey.
Not any heavier than you. Darling, let's go away together again like we did the last time. We don't see each other often enough. Oh, gosh.
I've got to go to Detroit in the morning.
Detroit? You didn't tell me that.
I promised Mother. Adam's been waiting 1 whole year for me to visit her. I've got to. What a bore. Say, why don't you come with me?
I can't leave my work like that.
Oh, you don't love me anymore.
Yeah, I don't want you to pass out. Look, it's after 2 o'clock. Your father is going to get suspicious.
Drop you home.
Nonsense. You've got to get right to bed. Better pull up here, Bigger.
Good night, darling.
I'll call you in the morning. It's been great meeting you, Bigger. Be sure and take Mary straight home, will you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I forgot. Be sure and read these, will you?
I'll explain them to him. Well, a little drink about... Well, help me out. What's the matter? Scared? Ooh.
You okay, Miss Dalton?
I sure am drunk.
I'll call Miss Peggy to help you.
No. I don't want to see you like this. Take me up the back stairs.
This ain't my job, Miss Dalton.
Don't leave me alone.
Miss Dalton, is that your room? Try to stand up. Right, Miss Dalton. You okay, Miss Dalton?
Your hair's like a little black wire. It's funny.
Miss Dalton, go to bed. They find me here, they kill me.
Don't leave me. I feel I'm dying. Oh, Bigger. Please help me.
They'll kill me, they'll kill me.
Please. You're good, Bigger. Mary.
Mary, is there someone here with you?
Hey, where are you?
Darling, are you ill? Answer me, darling. You reek of liquor. You're drunk. My poor child.
Miss Dalton.
Good morning, Miss Peggy.
Good morning, Bigger. You haven't forgotten that you must drive Miss Mary to the station, have you?
Hello? Hello? Bigger, are you listening?
Yes, yes, sir. I remember. I'll be right down.
I want you to read these, Bigger.
I'll explain it to him.
There's your breakfast waiting for you. I must go and awaken that poor child. I've rung 3 times and she didn't answer. Oh, Bigger, would you shut down the damper on the furnace? It's so hot in here.
Maybe I put in too much coal yesterday.
Yes, sir.
But eat your breakfast first. Dalton.
What is it, Peggy?
Miss Mary is not in her room. Do you know where she is?
No. What time is it?
It's 7:15 and Bigger is waiting to drive her to the station.
Then where is she? Mary? Go and see if she's in the library or the living room.
What's the matter, darling?
Mary will miss her train. She's not in her room. I don't understand.
Well, don't be upset about it. Maybe she didn't come in. Spent the night with friends.
No, Henry. She came in last night. Very late.
Oh.
I spoke to her.
Well, then where's she gone?
Yes? This is the Dalton's residence. Who's calling, please? Mr. Alone. Oh, just a moment, please. It's Mr. Alone. He wants to speak to Miss Mary.
Tell him that she's not in. She's gone. I wish that fellow would stop phoning her. Perhaps Mary went directly to Detroit.
I don't think she was in any condition to go to Detroit, Henry. She was drunk last night.
Oh.
I heard her stumbling about and went to see if I could help her. She was too drunk to talk.
Good Lord. Where's that chauffeur? Peggy! Where's Bigger?
Bigger? Oh, here you are. Mr. Dalton wants to speak to you.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Bigger.
Good morning, sir.
What time did you bring Miss Dalton home last night?
I don't know, sir. Must have been about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Why was it so late? What happened?
I drove them to a lot of places. They were drinking.
They? Was she with someone?
Yes, sir. A gentleman, she called him Mr. Jan.
Oh. Bigger, come up here a minute.
Oh, dear. I'm so ashamed. Do we have to ask that colored boy about Mary's drinking?
I forbade her to see that fellow again. Mary's such a little fool. Bigger. Did that fellow Jan give Miss Dalton a lot of drink last night?
Yes, sir. She passed out.
Oh. Well, he took care of her, of course. Brought her home.
Yes, sir. She couldn't walk.
He brought her into the house?
Yes, sir. He carried her in his arms. They went into the house.
So he was here?
I remember last night. I had the impression somebody was here in the room when I tried to talk to Mary.
I don't like this. Where's Mary now? I'm going to call Britain. That's all, Bigger. This is his room.
Where'd you get the boy from?
The relief agency.
I wish you'd let me look these people over before you hire them. That good heart of yours will get you in trouble one of these days. Now, I like niggers, but I like them in their place.
What are you looking for, Britain? That boy's only been here since last night. Well?
Well, what do you think of this? Looks like they've planted one of the gang right in your own home. Look at that. Labor leads the fight. Smash Jim Crow. Struggle for racial equality. Get the point, Mr. Dalton?
This is amazing.
Come on, I want to talk to that chauffeur.
That child just won't leave those labor agitators and their crazy politics alone. I warned her, I did. I told her she'd get into trouble. I bet they'll start questioning everybody now.
Yes? Bigger, Mr. Britton wants to talk to you.
See? Looks like you're first. Go ahead, Bigger. If it weren't for Miss Mary and her wild ways, this house would run like a clock.
Come in. Come in, boy, come in. I want to talk to you. Are these yours?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Where did you get them from? Handsome big nigger.
Mr. Jan gave them to me.
Oh, so you admit you're a member of his outfit, eh?
No, sir, no, sir. I saw him last night for the first time in my life. He gave me them books.
Stop it, Britton. What's this got to do with finding Mary?
Maybe more than you think. Jan was the last person who saw your daughter. How do you know he didn't make her sign up with his outfit with blackmail in his mind? Or perhaps send you a ransom note?
Good heavens, Britton, you're crazy. Leave that boy alone. He's okay. It isn't his fault if Alone forced those pamphlets on him.
As you say, Mr. Dalton, he's okay with you. He's okay with me.
Please, Mr. Dalton, I don't want to work here. I want to go home.
What's the matter, boy? Did I scare you? It's nothing. You ought to see me when I really get going strong. And you told me exactly what I wanted to know.
I'll take a few hours off, Bigger. But be here this evening. I may need you.
Me too, boy. I may have a few more questions I want to ask you. Mr. Dalton, how would you like to have me handle Erlone for you?
Yes, but go easy, Britton. These labor agitators have a way of creating scandal in the newspapers.
I'll be very happy to see him right now. I'll find out what he's really up to. So you didn't see Miss Dalton last night, huh?
No, I told you no.
And you didn't give that nigger boy these stinking pamphlets last night?
All right, I did. And I saw Mary last night. So what? You know why I didn't say so in the first place.
I don't know a damn thing. Suppose you tell me.
Her old man doesn't like me, and I didn't want to get her in trouble. What's all this about, anyway?
I'll ask the questions, you answer them. Were you and Miss Dalton drunk last night?
Oh, come on. We had a couple of drinks, but...
You had to carry her upstairs to her room.
I didn't carry her to her room.
Erlone, you're a lousy liar. Bigger told me you had to carry her into the house.
He couldn't have said that to you. Say, what's all this about? If you want to know what happened, I left her in the car with Bigger, and I took a taxi home.
Well, now, there is a pretty story. I can just picture you telling that to a jury. How you left a drunken white girl alone with a nigger. Erlone, where's that girl? Her parents want to know.
What? Didn't she go to Detroit?
You know damn well she didn't go to Detroit.
But I called them up this morning, and they told me that she'd gone.
Sure, you called up to find out if the family had missed her.
What do you mean?
Erlone, I don't know what game you're playing, but you've been lying ever since I stepped into this room. First you tell me you weren't drunk last night, then you tell me that you were. Then you tell me you didn't see Miss Dalton last night, then you tell me that you did. Then you tell me you took her home, and then you tell me that you didn't. I'll give you one more chance. Tell me where Miss Dalton is.
I don't know.
All right, boy, you asked for it. You won't talk to me, I'll take you where they make people like you talk.
You mean you're arresting me?
Now, what do you think? And where you're going, the nights are pretty chilly, so you better get your clothes on.
What's the matter, Bigger? What you thinking about?
About how we live and how they live.
Leave them things to God, son. In his kingdom, all men are equal.
Yeah, I know. But we don't live there.
You seem worried about something, son. Don't you like your new job? Of course, I know it ain't what you've been dreaming about. But you just work hard, something good will turn up. God always rewards those who wait.
More ways, the kids.
Bigger, it makes my heart glad to hear you ask about the family. This job's doing you a lot of good. Vera's gone to sewing class and Buddy's out selling his papers. That child sure has changed since you started working. Buddy ain't got no father, and he just worships the ground you walk on. Son, don't ever do nothing to make Buddy ashamed of you. You leaving? I thought you said you was free till tonight. I wanted to cook you something good. Oh, I understand. It's that Bessie again.
So long, Ma. Don't work too hard.
No general no more?
Did they take away your uniform?
They done retired him after 20 years of faithful service.
Seen Bessie around anywhere?
Give me $1. I'll tell you where she is. Gee, Bigger, you know I would have told you for nothing. She's at the fast grill.
Okay, guys, I gotta scram.
Gosh, Biscuit, you're hard. Why don't you give Ernie a break? He gave you one.
Look, Lola, stop running errands for Ernie.
I'm only trying to help you, you dope. You want to keep singing, don't you? Then get wise and throw in the body.
My boyfriend's got a job, and if Ernie gets fresh, I take a walk, see?
It's your funeral, honey.
Hi, Bigger.
Hello, Bigger. Be seeing you, Bess. Gotta go.
Pretty, isn't she? So delicate. Remember, Miss Mary gave it to me last night. She's still living.
Can't stand them things.
Crazy.
Bad luck, maybe.
What?
Look, I gotta talk to you.
What's the matter, honey?
Can't talk here. Let's go into the back.
How could anyone be so cruel to such a delicate flower?
Oh, yeah? You wouldn't hurt a flower, but you'd steal a dime off a dead man's eyes.
Bigger, you haven't gotten yourself into a mess, have you?
Listen, if I had to scram, would you come with me if I split the dough? 2 whiskeys.
If you took me with you, you wouldn't have to split.
Okay, but it's for life and death. For keeps, see?
You scare me, Bigger. What have you done?
That gal where I'm working.
I knew it was that girl. I knew it.
Pipe down. Don't you think this is a church?
What about that girl?
She's done run off with a guy. Earlong. He's in politics, unions and all.
Eloped?
Huh? Yeah, eloped. She's crazy. Nobody knows where she is. They're looking for her.
What you gonna do?
They might think she's kidnapped, see?
Bigger, this is crazy.
We can say we did it, sure. Write to him. Ask for money and get it, too. You see, we cash in.
But she'll show up.
She won't.
Bigger, how do you know?
I just know.
Bigger, you know where that girl is.
Forget about where she is. She won't show up, that's all.
I'm a fool to even listen to you.
Look, we can get $10,000. We'll have them leave the money somewhere. They want to get the girl back.
Bigger, did you do something to that girl?
You sit there again, I'll slap you down. Yeah, drink it.
Bigger, you oughtn't have done it. The police will be after us. We'll be caught. Don't make me do this, Bigger.
They won't think we did it. They think we're too scared. They think Earlong did it. They said so already.
I'm scared. I'm cold. I feel like it's night. And I'm lost.
Come on, let's get out of here. One, 2, 3. The third one, the one right across from the drugstore. You see? That's the building.
But Bigger,
I want you to be in that middle window on the top floor tomorrow night. They're gonna throw the money out of the car right here. Understand? Come on, I'll show you.
Be caught. I know it. The police will be watching.
I work in the house where they live. If they send anybody to watch, we don't touch the money, see?
Please, Bigger.
I want you to be here tomorrow night. About 11 o'clock, a car come along blinking its lights. When you see that, blink 3 times with this. The letter's gonna tell them to throw a package out of the car. Get that package, cause the money's gonna be in it.
Bigger, please. I don't want to die.
Who's talking about dying? We'll get the money and go away somewhere. New York, Harlem, Canada, maybe. Find me a .38 and some bullets. I want to be ready if anything slips. Tomorrow morning they'll get my letter. I'll put it under their door myself.
Say, boy, are you the guy that drove Miss Dalton and Earl on here that night?
Yes, sir.
Say, is she really as pretty as that?
Yes, sir. She was a fine lady.
Well, why do you say she was?
I mean, she was fine to me, sir.
Oh. Well, what do you think happened to her?
I don't know, sir. They kidnapped her, maybe.
Kidnapped, eh? I'll want to interview you later. I may want the chauffeur's angle on this story.
Henry, is she alive?
Yes, Ellen, she's alive.
Thank God.
Tell Britain to come at once.
Yes, sir.
They're asking for $10,000 ransom. They want it tonight.
Give it to them. Give them anything they want. I want my poor job back.
Any news, Mr. Dalton? Yes, you were right, Britain. A ransom note. This is Henry Dalton speaking. I want to speak to Commissioner Holmes at once.
So she's alive. Whose bed did they find her in?
Let's get out of this joint. Rousing the press because of a drunken babe.
Come on, boys, let's go.
Yeah, if you ask me, this is a political trick. Britain's using this to smear Earlone.
Yeah? Then who sent the note? The girl or Earlone?
Boys, just a moment. Mr. Dalton is ready to make a statement. But I'm going to ask you to do something, and it's very important. So please listen to me. The way you boys handle this case may well mean life or death to someone very close to this family.
I wish to inform you that my daughter, Mary Dalton, has been kidnapped. I've just telephoned the police and asked that Mr. Jan Earlone be released immediately. I want it known that I don't wish to prefer any charges against him. I announce here publicly that I apologize for his arrest.
When did it happen?
We think it happened last night.
What are they asking?
They're demanding $10,000.
Had any word from your daughter yet?
No, not directly, but we've received a letter from the kidnappers.
Is that the letter in your hand?
Yes, this is the letter.
Are you going to pay the ransom?
Yes, I'm going to pay. You gentlemen can save my daughter's life by saying in your papers that I'll pay as instructed. Tell the kidnappers through your papers that I shall not call in the police.
Hello. 21st Street Police Station? Hello, Sid. This is Joe. Look, I'm at the Daltons. Yeah. Tell Earlone that the old man has asked for his release. He apologizes. Yeah, it's a snatching job. Yeah, ransom. He says he'll pay.
Tell them they'll get what they want. But for heaven's sakes, return Mr. Dalton's daughter.
Got any idea who they are?
I have not.
Can we see the letter?
No, I've been cautioned not to make it public.
What? He says he can prove he wasn't here? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, I'll call you later. Hey, I just called the police. Earlone is raising Cain and says he won't leave jail. Says that by staying where he is, he's proving that he had nothing to do with this or any other kidnapping. The plot thickens. Yeah, and he says that he's going to sue Mr. Dalton for false arrest. He claims that he's got a dozen witnesses that'll swear he didn't come here that night.
Don't leave, Bigger. I want to talk to you. Were you lying about Earlone?
No, sir. Well, I was fixing an alibi, that's all.
Well, somebody's lying.
Yeah, and it's Earlone that's lying. And we can prove it by this boy who drove him here in the car. In fact, the first time I talked to Earl, he admitted he was here.
Come on, Bigger.
The labor gang demands $10,000 ransom for the safe return of millionaires. The victim is the sweetheart of the labor leader who was last seen with her. Case is interpreted as a subversive assault against private property. Got that, Charlie?
Don't cry. Everything will be all right. Come and lie down.
Got a phone in here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thanks. Well, well, here's my old colored friend. You should have been a detective, my boy. You were right. Oh, shoot. It was kidnapping. Hot in here. Say, you don't think the old man would grudge me a little drink, do you? Looks like you could stand one yourself. Come on, sit down. And what do you think of all this excitement, my boy, huh? Just between me and you, it's a work of amateurs. Gee, they could have asked for $100,000 and got it. And they asked for $10,000. Chicken feed. Look here, my boy. You say Erlon was here that night, and he says he wasn't. You're the hero in all this, and I'm going to put you on the front page. By the way, was Erlon really here that night?
Yes, sir.
You saw him here?
Yes, sir. I drove him and Miss Dalton here in the car.
They must have killed her then, don't you think?
They must have, sir.
Who?
The kidnappers.
Right. Well, now that we both agree that she's dead, just suppose I had killed her. Well, what would I do?
Say, what's going on here? We're waiting for you.
Just a minute, boys. Watch this. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I need money to get away. I'd write a ransom note. Collect the money before they found out she'd been murdered. Wouldn't you, Bigger?
What's the matter, Farley? You sound to me like you got the DTs.
What would you do, boy?
Stop teasing that coon. You're gonna scare him white. Where's all that smoke coming from?
I think this boy is trying to smoke us all out of here.
Hey, let's see what's happening down there.
What's the matter, fella? You scared?
Where you going, Bigger?
Farley, you sure got that kid rattled.
Colored boy's scared easily.
This is delicious. Let's keep up the fun. Come on, fellas.
Why don't you tend to the furnace, boy? When I saw that smoke, I thought the house was on fire.
Hey, let that boy alone. Don't break up the show. And now we have a body to get rid of. No traces, no one ever to know. Barrier? No, that's too difficult. Somebody might see you. Well, what would you do with the body? I'll tell you. Fire. Yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd burn the body. In a furnace like that, for example. Wouldn't you, Bigger?
Don't you think you've gone far enough? That boy's gonna faint.
Why don't you get those ashes out, Bigger? That fire is really clogged. There's smoke everywhere.
So you're entertaining the newspaper men. Well, there's a time for everything.
I'll do it.
Well, gotta move on and do it. If you don't know how this furnace works, I'll show you.
Come on, boys. The show is over. No hard feelings, Bigger. Come on, boys. Let's scram.
Hey, you guys, wait a minute. Take a look at this.
A bone. So what?
Let me see that. It's a vertebra. It's from a body.
What, a human body?
Yeah, a human body.
Are you sure?
Let me see. It's an earring. And a ring.
My God, that's Miss Dalton's earring. Where's that boy?
Well, looks like he's gone.
But why did he do it?
A dead white girl, the nigger runs. What do you think happened?
Yeah, he's gone. We better get Britain.
Sure played us for suckers.
jumping Jupiter. I see it all now. That colored boy knew we were looking for radicals, and he led us by the nose in every word he said. Oh, boy, were we stupid.
Say, Britton, let me see that ransom note. I bet my bottom dollar that that nigger wrote this thing.
Yeah, an old mastermind here was looking for reds.
Shut up, that's not funny. Give me Captain Summers.
Guess he's colorblind.
Captain Summers, this is Britton out at the Dalton home. Sent out a citywide search for Bigger Thomas. Here's his description. Negro, age 25.
You're after us!
The police?
Come on! Bring 2 blankets! Hurry up! Hurry up! Got the gun?
Yeah. I know it.
They won't get us. The first thing they'll do in looking for me is to go to your room. I had to bring you here.
What happened? Where's that girl?
She's dead.
Oh, God.
But I won't give up. They gotta fight for me.
You told me you never was gonna kill.
I didn't kill. That's the truth if they ever told the truth.
Did kill her?
Forget that girl. We gotta think of ourselves. If they find you here, you'll cry and tell everything. Come on. Give me the gun. Come on.
Bigger, you crazy. This is the first place they'll look. They'll remember you said leave the ransom money here.
Shut up. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna hide here because they think I'm too scared to come here. I'm smarter than they are. Come on.
Listen, if you know what's good for you, you'll tell us where your son is hiding.
Bigger? What do you want him for? He's working. He ain't in no trouble.
Oh, yeah? We're looking for him in every block of this city. He raped and killed a white girl where he works.
No! No! Bigger didn't do no terrible thing like that. He wouldn't do that to his poor old ma.
Bigger didn't kill nobody. Don't say that about my brother. I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
Take it easy, son.
Yeah, that boy's an angel. He makes guns at home.
Mister, Bigger ain't bad. 'Twas the people he runs around with that led him wrong.
If you know where your son is and don't tell, you're guilty of murder too.
If I knew where he was, I'd never tell the likes of you.
It's that girl that got him in trouble.
What girl?
Bessie Mears, she's a singer.
You know where she lives?
In the...
Shut your mouth, Vera. These men are no friends of ours.
Okay, we'll find them. We always do.
Don't cry, Ma. No matter what happens, we gotta keep our family together.
Get ready, children. We have an appointment with God. We're going to church.
You're going back home. That guy up there is wanted for rape and murder. Go on, go back home and don't get mixed up in anything like this. Go on.
Say, do you think Charlie and the mother will lead us to Thomas?
Don't be naive. The chief's keeping the mayor's angle for himself. Politics. And we got to shadow the mother. Well, orders are orders.
One day fellowship, one day joy divine, live
on your holy name this evening, pleading for help. My son's in deep trouble, Lord. And here on bended knees, I'm begging you to look down. Have mercy and help me save my firstborn child, who has strayed so far from the fold.
The sun won't shine for us anymore.
Oh, come on and eat.
Bigger, you're cold. You're shaking.
Oh, it's nothing, but this white shirt makes me a target.
Let me buy you a sweater.
No, no, too dangerous.
Bigger, why did you kill that girl?
I didn't mean to. I couldn't help it.
What happened?
I was in her room.
Her room? Why did you go there?
She was drunk. She passed out. I had to carry her to her room. She asked me to. I put her on the bed. Then a blind Ma came in with her hand stretched out like that. I was scared her Ma was going to find out I was in the room, and I took a pillow and I put it on the girl's face. I wanted to keep her quiet. When her Ma went out, I took the pillow away, and the girl was dead.
You smothered her.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to.
Why didn't you tell her mother what was wrong?
I was scared. Scared. All my life I heard of black men being killed because of white girls, and there I was. I had to get rid of the body. I took her downstairs in the basement and put her in the furnace and burn her up.
Bigger, they'll say you raped her.
They say all black men do that, so it don't make no difference if I did or I didn't.
Darling, give up. It might make it easier.
Oh, no, I'll never do that. I shouldn't have brought you here.
What are you gonna do with me?
I don't know. Get me another bottle. When you go inside that drugstore, make sure nobody's there. Make sure nobody follows you.
Good evening, miss. Good evening. I want a bottle of Shenley's and one of those sweaters over there.
What size?
Medium.
For you?
Yeah.
Shot for the well-dressed man brings the news bulletin. A $10,000 reward is offered for the capture of Bigger Thomas, Negro rapist and murderer who is being hunted by the police in all parts of the city. Thomas's brutal crime caused several civic and patriotic organizations to band together today to offer the $10,000 reward. Thomas, 2 days ago, in the grip of a brain-numbing sex passion, overpowered Mary Dalton, murdered her, and then stuffed her body to a roaring furnace to destroy evidence of his crime. It has been disclosed that Mary Dalton had been beheaded before her
If I knew where he was, I'd sure hand him over to the police. And I refuse the reward. Is this what you wanted?
Yeah. How much is it?
$8.
That's why this atrocious and sadistic murder. A huge cordon of police has been thrown about the south side, the area where Bigger Thomas was last seen. It is believed that a $10,000 reward will ensure the Negro's capture before many hours have elapsed.
In all the world, there's no finer cigarette than Lucky Strike. And to give you this finer cigarette, Lucky's pay more.
What's the trouble, Snippy?
I got a hot tip.
Well, spell it.
I know where Bigger Thomas and his girlfriend are hiding.
Where?
What about the reward? Do I get it?
Come on, talk fast.
Around the corner in that empty building.
Get in.
Like our lovebirds have flown the coop. They sure played you a dirty trick, Snippy.
See that white shirt? It must be him.
Come on, boys. Okay, let's bundle him up.
The police have just located the abandoned tenement where Bigger Thomas and his girl had been hiding. When last seen, Bigger Thomas was fleeing alone. Therefore, it is believed that the girl escaped before the arrival of the police, abandoning the killer to his fate. Police reinforcements being withdrawn from other parts of the city and rushed to the south side manhunt.
What happened there?
Hey, you! Don't you even respect a woman who's having a baby?
That nigger ain't in there. You people, get going.
Listen, because one black man's a murderer, does that make us all guilty?
Beat it. And this was supposed to be my day off.
top of the tank. Come on down, boys. We'll get him. Okay, Paul, baptize him.
Don't waste one of the niggas. Shoot it.
Sit up there. I'm running this. Let the law help you.
Climbing up that sign.
Okay, cut the water.
Look. Look at him.
Hold your fire, boys. He's trapped up there and I want him alive. Come on down, Thomas. You'll catch a death of cold up there. Well, he's a dead duck now. There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight.
Down south where I come from, we don't waste time trying a nigger. We just lynch them.
Yeah, and we're spending $250,000 to try him in a fine building like that. Yeah, and who's paying for it? You and me, and all of us will pay. You and me.
Order! Order in the court. Say the word, Mr. Dalton. I have 500 friends out there that'll take that coon out and string him up to the first telegraph pole.
It makes me feel sick to hear that lawyer blacken my daughter's name.
Order in the court! I will not permit these disturbances. Mr. District Attorney, you may now resume your examination.
Now, Mrs. Dalton, please try to answer.
Mary had planned to go to Detroit that morning. I heard her come in very late, and I wanted to know what happened.
Did you speak to her?
Yes, several times, but she didn't answer.
Now, isn't it possible, Mrs. Dalton, that your daughter was already dead at that time?
I thought I heard a whisper, a sigh.
I object!
Objection sustained.
I am trying to establish the presence of the defendant in the room of the deceased.
You don't have to. This signed confession contains admission that this boy was in that room, and no one disputes that. We have entered a plea of guilty here, and the question is the degree of that guilt.
I contend that the noise heard by the witness in that room was one of protest, coming from Mary Dalton while undergoing criminal attack.
Objection. There's not one iota of evidence that supports your argument.
Counsel for the defense is right. That contention is not contained in the indictment.
Your witness, sir.
Mrs. Dalton, when you stood near your daughter's bed, did you smell a strong odor of alcohol?
I object, Your Honor.
I contend that Mary Dalton was drunk and that the defendant had to carry her to her room at her request.
Your Honor, this has been an attempt to smear one of the greatest families of Chicago.
Your Honor, if the court does not permit Mrs. Dalton to answer this question, then I shall call for witnesses to testify to the alcoholic habits of the deceased.
You may answer that question, Mrs. Dalton.
Wasn't your daughter drunk that night, Mrs. Dalton?
Yes.
All right, get back. Get back there. Get back.
What's up in there, pal?
They just got done with Miss Dalton. Now they're gonna grill that nigger lover Earlone.
Got to be a good show. Let's go in.
Get back. Get back. Come on, get back.
Mr. Earlone, you mean to sit there and tell this court that of your own free will, not obeying the dictates of anyone, no coercion or order of any group or party, you mean to tell us that you're defending this murderer when he killed a girl you loved and tried to make you die for his crime?
Yes, I say just that. And moreover, I've asked my good friend Mr. Max to come here and defend him without payment.
Now I've heard everything. Lead, kindly light, thy kingdom come.
I don't want to sound noble, but I must tell you how I feel, and you can make of it what you want.
Enlighten us, Mr. Earlone.
I was trying to help that boy to be free, to be a man. To me, there are no black or white people. And I offered Bigger my friendship. I made a mistake.
Oh, you did you? And that mistake was thinking that after treating people wrong for 300 years, I could walk up to the first black man on the street, shake his hand, and make him feel everything's all right. I know now how deep this race hate goes. I wish to God I'd have known it then.
Oh, you regret what you did, eh?
No, I regret nothing. And if Mary were alive here today, she'd agree with me. For her sake, I sit here and say I blundered trying to follow the noblest impulse of my heart. I'm for Bigger Thomas. He doesn't have to be for me. I was for him then, and I'm for him now.
These pamphlets you gave Bigger Thomas that night, they advocate racial equality, don't they?
Yes, the kind of a society I believe in, there are no black or white people.
Oh, so you approve of nigger men having relations with white women, eh? And perhaps you encourage Thomas to have intimacies with Mary Dalton.
This is beyond the range of decency.
How decent, sir, is murder?
Mr. Earlone is not on trial here.
The deceased brought this witness into contact with the defendant. The defendant was influenced by this witness. I have the right to determine to what extent this witness incited this defendant to murder.
Mr. District Attorney, please confine yourself to the legal issues involved.
I'm establishing a motive for this murder.
No, you're not. You're trying to indict a race of people, and you're attempting to attack the political party.
A young and innocent girl has been foully outraged and murdered.
Your Honor, I ask permission to address the court. I pled this boy guilty with the right, which is mine under the laws of Illinois, to submit evidence of mitigating circumstances. But, Your Honor, I charge bad faith on the part of the state. It has put the Negro people on trial, and Bigger Thomas is being denied the right to be judged as an individual. Now, after serious reflection, I'm withdrawing my plea of guilty. And with the court's permission, I'm entering a plea of not guilty on behalf of Bigger Thomas.
Order in the court. You cannot say a man is guilty one day and turn around and say he's not the next. This is cynicism.
Are you serious about this change of plea?
I am, Your Honor. I've no other choice.
The plea cannot be changed. The state has accepted a plea of guilty.
That is a question for the court to decide.
There's no precedent in the history of our courts for such a change of plea.
You realize that your change of plea takes the defendant's guilt or degree of guilt out of my hands?
I realize that, Your Honor.
Then I can render but one decision according to the law. I now instruct that a jury be impaneled.
Why, this is a farce, a waste of the taxpayers' money.
If a jury trial is the only way to get the facts stated, then I shall take that risk, in spite of a signed confession. The world must know what this trial means.
Excuse me. Can I talk to you, sir?
And who are you?
I'm a friend of Bigger Thomas. Is there anything I can do to help him?
You know where Bessie Mears is? The police can't locate her.
Ernie had me looking for her, but I can't find hide nor hair of her. She must have skipped town.
That's the queerest thing about the whole case. That gal just disappeared into thin air.
I wonder where she is. By the way, what does Thomas say about her?
He doesn't even want to talk about her. If you hear anything of her, give me a ring.
Thank you, sir.
Say, Bud, do you remember where Bigger and his girl were hiding?
Yeah, it's in an empty building on Indiana. That's what they say in the papers.
That's good. Always read the papers, son. Look, I want to nose around there tonight. I want you to go with me. If we find anything, there's $10 for you.
What are you cooking up, Mastermind?
Shut up. I have a crazy hunch. I want to play it.
Son, there's only one road to salvation. You just have to get down on your knees and tell God everything with an humble heart. And he'll hear you. Promise me you'll pray, son.
I'll be all right, Ma.
Bigger, if you say so, I'll kill 4 or 5 of them for you.
Take it easy, buddy. You got to be a man now and no crying.
I ain't crying. Nobody'll ever see me cry.
Max will save Bigger, Mrs. Thomas. He'll convince the jury and make them see how this thing happened. We'll win this fight, Bigger.
I don't want to fight anymore, Mr. Jan. They're gonna kill me. I know it. Leave me alone.
Listen, Bigger, when you killed that girl I loved, I felt like that mob outside. I wanted to kill you, too. But deep down inside, I knew it wouldn't solve anything. It would have only meant for more hate and killing between blacks and whites. And that's what we've got to stop, fighting side by side together.
Well, no trace of Bessie Mears, Panama. It didn't pan out. Heck, I must be crazy. Ought to change my brand, maybe.
Changing your brand wouldn't help, boss. Them cops went over every inch of this place. We ain't gonna find nothing.
Okay, bud. I'm a sport. Here's your $10. Let's go, huh? You sure were right, Panama. That girl must have taken a run-out powder. Say.
Yeah?
You know where any of her folks are living?
Don't know, boss. Don't know. Maybe the landlady will let you go through her things.
That's not a bad idea, Panama. You ought to join the FBI. Let's go see her landlady.
What's the matter, boss?
Strike a match, Panama. I almost broke my back. Help me out of here. Do I really have the DTs, or do you see what I see?
Good God in heaven. That's her. That's Bessie.
So that's what happened to her.
Oh, my. Everything I do is wrong. I was only trying to help Bigger. And now they'll say he did this, too.
Miss Mears, I can see why they never found you. They were looking in cellars and closets, and you were floating above their heads. Gosh, I got my scoop. I followed my hunch. Come on, Panama. We need a drink. We need 2 drinks. Hello, Max. Farley speaking. Look, here's the deal. I'll give you the dope on the Mears girl. I found her. But cut me in on the inside story. Wait a minute. Don't get excited now. The girl's dead. Yeah. She was pushed into the elevator shaft of that empty building. That's why the cops didn't find her. I'm sorry, Max. Doesn't look good for your client.
But what makes you think that Bigger did it? Anybody could have done it. Maybe that stool pigeon did it. Perhaps he ran into her and they had a fight.
Maybe. Supposing you talk to Thomas and call me at my office at 9. Meanwhile, I'll check with the police on Snippy. Okay. So long, bud. I'm off to work. Some story.
Thanks.
I'll remember you as long as the grass grows. Who killed Bessie Mears?
I did. I was waiting for this to come, Mr. Max.
Good God, boy.
Yes, I did it. Wasn't hard killing Bess after didn't kill that white girl.
But Bigger, why didn't you tell me? We're facing a jury trial, and you pled not guilty.
Mr. Max, you know they ain't gonna kill me for killing Bessie. They're gonna kill me for killing that white girl. Now you know it all. You know the truth.
Bigger, how can I help you now?
You don't have to help me, Mr. Max. Go home. Now you can hate me like the others.
I don't hate you, but Bessie loved you. How could you kill her like that? What happened?
I was hiding out with Bessie in that empty building. I was tired. I was cold. I hadn't slept in 2 days. I sent Bessie down to buy a bottle of whiskey. I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. Then I fell asleep and I had a dream. Then I was in that same nightmare I had every night since I killed Mary Dalton. I was kneeling on a pile of coal. I was trying to hide a bundle so nobody would ever find it. There was something terrible and bloody in that bundle. All at once, the flower that Mary Dalton gave Bessie fell right in front of me.
You can't bury her here. They'll always find her. Look over yonder, where it's all white. Put her over there. Nobody'll ever find her.
I hugged that awful bundle tight in my arms and went to hide it where she had pointed. I was walking in a big cotton field. All around me, everything was white. It was a good place to hide the bundle. I was back on the farm where I used to live when I was a boy. I felt free and wasn't scared no more. I was back home again. And there was my father, the white folks had killed when I was a kid. I ran to him and fell on my knees. I was so happy I was crying. I knew that nothing bad was ever going to happen to me anymore. All at once I felt that it wasn't my father who was holding my hand. I looked up and there was Mr. Britton. He had found the bundle and was laughing at me. No! I woke up in terror. I was alone in the empty building. Bessie had gone.
Bessie! Bessie!
I saw Bessie come out of the drugstore. Then I saw that stool pigeon Snippy come from a doorway and stare at the building in which I was hiding. I understood what was happening. Bessie had got scared and snitched on me just like she had betrayed me in my dream. Maybe the cops would get me, but I had to pay all for what she had done. She was coming back to make sure I wouldn't get away.
What's the matter, Bigger?
I'm gonna kill you.
Bigger. Bigger. Bigger.
I threw her down an elevator shaft. I headed for the fire escape. I had killed Bessie and had cut loose from everything. I was free to face him and fight it out with him. I was going to sell my life at the highest price. That's how it happened, Mr. Max. Now you can tell them all.
Hello? Polly, it's for you. Thanks, Curly. Hello? Oh, hello, Max. Well, what's the dope? What? He admits he killed her? Yeah. But I just had a talk with Snippy down at headquarters. He says Bessie Mears never even suspected that he tracked them down. Thomas got the idea that his girl and that stool pigeon Snippy were working together. He thought that he was sticking with him just to turn him over to the police. Listen, Max, that guy must have gone crazy.
So he killed that poor girl for nothing.
Looks like he put you on the spot this time, Mr. Max.
I wonder what I can do for that boy now.
Yeah? Fear has haunted Thomas to the very end. Well, Max, don't forget our deal. Remember you promised me the inside story. How about some details, huh?
So she didn't snitch on me. She stuck to me. She was true. Mr. Max, I'm gonna die. Okay. But I hope what happened to me won't happen to another black boy.
No, Bigger. I'm going on with your case. I'll do all I can.
It ain't no use, Mr. Max. They're gonna kill me. But I'm glad I got to know you before I go. I didn't know there was people in the world like you.
Goodbye, Bigger. I'm going to keep on fighting so that Negroes can live without fear.
I won't be crying none when they take me to that chair, but I'll be feeling inside me like I was crying. Mr. Max, tell tell Jan hello.
All right, Bigger. Goodbye.
So long, Mr. Max.
Another boy's done gone, a boy we know will die. He's going home tonight to meet a higher judge who can look past his skin and see into his heart. Oh Lord, let mercy reign on him and wash his sins away.